It's quite common to want to compare a sample mean to a population mean. The population mean, we often just use a known value or a certified value. We're using a standard reference material. So this is the way, typically something we would do with validating a method. We would measure a certified reference material a number of times, get some information in terms of the mean and the standard deviation, and then compare that to the certified value. So the equation we would use in that case is that we are going to calculate an experimental value of t. We do that by subtracting the sample mean from the known value, the population mean, and then if it's a negative, we just make it positive, multiply that by the number of observations, and divide by the standard deviation for the sample. So the first thing you would do is, from your data, either on a calculator or a spreadsheet, get the values of n. So n in this case, say we have 5 values. We get the mean of those values, which is 2.276, and the standard deviation, which is 0.3057. And our certified value, which is our population mean, is 3.84. So we want to know, does our method, is it giving acceptable results? Okay, so then we just plug in these numbers, calculate the experimental value. So that's 3.84 minus 2.276. Multiply that by the square root of 5, the number of measurements, and then divide by 0.3057. If we do that, our experimental value of t is going to be 11.44. Now if we look up the critical value at 95% confidence for n equals 5, so 4 degrees of freedom for a two-tailed test, that is going to give us a value of 2.78. So in this case, the experimental value is larger than the critical value, so we reject the null hypothesis. So that's basically saying that our experimental sample mean is not equivalent to the certified value.